Welcome back. Another fortnight has passed, which means we have a new rotation of free assets on the Fab Marketplace. To get these assets, you need to, as always, either go to fab.com in your web browser, or you can open up the Epic Game Launcher and go to the Fab category over here. Then you go to the limited time free section, and here you can see the assets. So this time around we get a modular low poly factory, desktop and mobile. We get a steampunk mechanical creature, and we get a lens flare visual effects. So to get these assets, what you need to do is make sure to purchase them within the allotted time that we have here. So it's going to be 14 days from now. As long as you get these assets within 14 days, you can use them freely for any projects that you have moving forward in the future, regardless of the price going back. So what you need to do is purchase them with a license, and of these two licenses you get either for free, so it doesn't matter which one you pick. So the one you want to pick is the professional one because it covers more groups. So regardless of what kind of situation you're in, pick the professional one and you're covered, and then buy that and you're good to go. So now that we've seen the assets in the store, let's go and see them inside of the engine. So first out we have the modular low poly factory. This is created by 3D World Lab, and it already gets a few minus points in the beginning here because it slaps a big giant wall of text in our face that promotes other products that I'm assuming are theirs. Technically they're listed on a different account than the one that's providing this free asset pack, but they're named very similarly, so that just immediately gives off a vibe of something is a little bit shady or a little bit off. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but I don't like it when you just slam a bunch of stuff like this. Basically adds in an asset immediately when you've bought something. They can put suggestions to their other asset packs, or just let the user click on the publisher themselves or the creator themselves and see what other packs they have available if they like their pack. So not a fan of that. I think it belongs on the product's information page instead. Anyway, so here we have the overview, or the demo map rather, of the pack, and we can see that it is indeed very low poly. The details are not great, but that's what you expect from a low poly setting, right? So from this little demo level, which is quite frankly quite small, it's difficult to make a determination of what the amount of assets we get are. So let's go to the overview, and again some more ads, thanks a lot for that. And here we can see what it actually consists of. So there are very few actual meshes inside of this asset pack, not a whole lot at all. It all fits together really well, but unless you have another asset pack that's very similar in style, it's going to be difficult to make use of this. So not starting off real strong so far with all of the ads in our faces and the low amount of assets inside of the asset pack. Next up we have the Steampunk Mechanical Creature by Crazy Vertex. So this is sold as a steampunk creature, which I guess you could sort of believe that it might belong to. Here we can see some variations of the different materials that are available for the animal itself. And yeah, I mean, sure, you could use it as a steampunk creature, or you could use it as like an ancient guardian of some temple or something like that, some lost technology. It gives the same sort of vibe. So I think the usability for this kind of creature is a little bit more than just what it portrays, so that's good. When it comes to the asset itself, it being a specifically different than a bipedal creature, it's important to see what kind of animations we actually get within the pack, because unless you're going to make animations yourself, this is what you're going to have as your starting plate. So these are the animations that we get. So we get an idle animation, walk, run, jump, fold, start, loop, end. So that's what that looks like. We also have some hit animation. We have two death animations that are so similar they are almost identical, so I can barely see any difference. And we have an attack ready, an attack bite, an attack claw, and attack shot. So we also get a little bit of a visual effect included inside of this as well. So those are the animations that you get, and you get the ability to toy around a little bit with the materials. So that is essentially all that you get inside of this pack. Last out this time around we have the lens flare visual effect, the advanced sprite-based lens flares. So this is a sprite-based system that's meant to give you some control over the lens flares in a different way than what you have out of the box from Unreal Engine. I wanted to give a little bit of a warning immediately for those that might have sensitivities to strong lights or flickering lights or something like that. This demonstration here might have some adverse effect for you possibly, so here is the warning for you to turn off if that is the case for you. But anyway, this project has a few different demo maps, and yeah, you can see few different effects of lens flares here immediately in the beginning, and we can also traverse down this alleyway and get a few more examples of what is available. So we get this sort of like lens flare effect of different varieties all around here, so you get sort of a feel for what you're able to accomplish with the things that are inside of this project. So the project itself claims to have over 300 textures, and sometimes with these projects they overclaim a little bit and give incomplete numbers, but checking this out we can see that it has indeed over 300, so they are backing up what they're saying. So you have a bunch of different variety when it comes to how you can play around with these different effects. So lens flares tend to be sort of these subtle things, not something that you run into all the time, unless you're a specific Star Trek producer. But it is something that can lend a pretty interesting atmosphere to certain aspects or certain projects or certain genres, sci-fi being maybe one of the more common ones. So if that's something that you're working on, this could possibly be something that fits in with your project, I would assume. Anyway, those are all the assets that we get this time around. What do you feel about them? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I feel that the visual effects one here is an okay one. I feel like the creature, the steampunk creature we got, was an okay one, and I'm not at all impressed by the first low poly factory one. I don't like when they throw ads in your face like that, and I don't think that it was very diverse or of high quality, like based on what I could see. There's not a lot you can build out from it, so not a great impression from that. But overall, it was an okay week, I guess. We don't get visual effects that often, so it's nice to get that. We don't get characters a lot, and this was technically not a character, I guess, because it's sort of like a monster more than anything. I would still categorize it as such. So because of those reasons, it's nicer to get than like trees, you know. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. And as always, keep on learning. Take care. A big thank you to all of you who like, comment, subscribe and share my videos, or through other means support this channel. You are what makes this channel grow and become a resource for other people to learn from.